So I have just come back from Europe, and now I'm here in isolation, thinking about my mom, my mother, who at the age of 17 suddenly faced Second World War, and her life changed so abruptly and mercilessly. And I'm thinking about Etel Adnan and all these other old women who faced such difficulties in their lives and yet lived beautifully and wrote beautiful things like Etel did. Etel has been writing and painting all her life. And I'm thinking that actually with all this we are facing right now, there are still so many beautiful things around us that we can enjoy, like books, the spring that's coming, phone calls to our friends, and many little details in our lives that we can absorb and take time to absorb and enjoy. And I just want to go back to Etel Adnan's poem that the Wilma produced in the fall. It's such a beautiful piece of writing. And I just, for myself, and maybe for you too, I want to read the first chapter. Okay. So this is from the poem called There in the Light and the Darkness of the Self and of the Other. Where are we? Where? There is a where, because we are stubbornly and have been. And who are we if not you and me? Where are we? Out of history, of his or her story, and back into it, out in space and back to earth, out of the womb and then into dust. Who are we? Where is where the terror, the love, the pain, where the hatred, where your life and mine? There is a where connected to telephone lines, a place for waiting, another for sleeping, a kiss and a flower. And where are we when you are? And where are you when I wait for you to be? Be the people I see. Who are we? A race, a tribe, a herd, a passing phenomenon, or a traveler still traveling in order to find out who we are and who we shall be? Are we traveling on a rope? Is cancer eating our neighbors? Where the sun when night descends, and where paradise on the ocean's asphalt roads? Who are we? A woman or a man? And is that seasonal? Is it eternal? And is it true that there are men and women? And it must be true because you are and I am. Is there hatred in your heart? And does it mean that I am not here? And where are you when it's getting late? To go, be going straight ahead, the world being round, to be coming back, to where, to what, to be a bouncing ball, where, on what, to be defeated by gravity. Who are you when you are not me? And who am I? Should we be people or fish, sharks, intelligent enough to wipe ourselves off the face of the earth? And what is earth? Some mud, some glue, a meteor. Can it belong to itself? Should you love me because I am free, and should I follow your destiny instead of mine, out of history, away from time and its satellites, whose names are fear and death? Should I be? Where are we? In the middle, at the beginning, the end? Who is we? Is it you plus me, or something else expandable, explosive, the salt and pepper of our thoughts, the something that maybe outlast our divinities? Am I always going by boat, and where from? Am I crying, and why? Are the roads blocked by angels or by soldiers? I am asking you to run ahead of yourself and tell me why my bones are cold. Or am I wanting you to leave my trees alone and search for water where the rivers overflow? Going into a train and stopping nowhere because it is nowhere, with people pouring in like ribbed bags of wheat, birds helplessly flying overhead. Who are we, us, the children of history? Whose? Which period? Which side of history? The wars or the poems? The queens or the strangers? On which side of whose history are we going to be? Are we going to be? Where are we? In a desert, on a glacier, within a mother's womb, or in a woman's eyes, in a man's yearning? Or are we into each other's future, as we have been in the past? Are we dead or alive? I have never been here, where a pleasure boat rocks in the heat, and you have never been in my aunt's garden. Where have you been then? We went out to look for you, and you were sleeping by a fountain. Where was the moonlight? Where the anguish? I threw my memories out the window, and they came back. Alien, beggars and witches, leaving me standing like a sword. Is that why the sun is so bleak when it looks at us? And why is there so much love under the heat and the truth? Well, that's the first chapter. Yeah, I love the poem, and I'm just sharing it with you.